Well, my prediction wasn't great, was it? I thought we beat City today. We've just been beaten 5-0 in the Premier League. Wow, wow. This is a player ratings video. I mean, everyone was fucking shit today. Everyone was absolutely crap. The red card is obviously the biggest talking point. It's the thing that turned the game on its head. We were well in it until that point. We still weren't defending particularly well, but neither were they. Salah had so many chances. The red card happens, and I guess you probably want my opinion on that. It seems to have split people. It's sort of 50-50 on whether it's a red or not. Look, you can call me biased, but I don't think it's a red card at all. His eyes are on the ball. I know John Moss can't see that, but his eyes are on the ball. Ederson's come out. City's defence is all over the place. Ederson comes out to try and sweep up, ducks his head towards the ball, and Mane clatters into him with his right foot. Which you see these things. You see these things all the time. That the best chance Mane's got of getting that ball is by getting his foot to it. Obviously, it's unfortunate what happens to Ederson. Glad he's okay. It's a collision. It's football. Look, I'm not a referee, and I'm not necessarily the best person to talk about decisions. But for me, it felt really, really harsh. It spoiled the game. I don't disrespect anyone that thinks differently on that. If you think it's a red, then fair enough. For me, it wasn't. But that doesn't take away from how good City were, especially once it was 11v10, City were absolutely superb, and we just showed no bottle. We just showed no desire to get back into it. We completely rolled over for them. So I mean, I'll get onto each individual player. I don't want to spend too long talking about this game. I just want to forget about it. I've embarrassed myself with the prediction that we were going to come out and win something like 3-1. So Mignolet, I mean, I can't really fault him. He made a couple of great saves. He's probably a 6 out of 10 for me today. Trent Alexander-Arnold was absolutely dreadful. I hate saying that. I like him a lot. I think he had a good start to the season. Played well in the Champions League, but today he took too long on the ball. He didn't look comfortable. He attracted too much pressure. 3 out of 10. Matip, 3 out of 10. This guy's not good enough to be Liverpool's best centre back. It's a disgrace that he's our best centre back. He does have good games, and I think against Crystal Palace he was very good. I think against Arsenal he was very good, but he's got to be better than what he was today. Positionally, just nowhere near right. Ragnar Klavan even worse. 1 out of 10 for him. I mean, I wasn't upset when I saw that he was starting, but it's just a sorry state of affairs that we're lining up against Man City with Ragnar Klavan starting at centre back when we don't even have any injuries in that position. Ragnar Klavan's playing for us. Look, I made my feelings clear on Van Dijk and the fact that it was a really poor window, the fact that we failed to address the centre-back situation. I was told by a lot of people that don't worry, Lovren's okay, we'll be okay, we've still got a good side. Look, I'm sorry. It's a farce that we didn't bring in a better centre-back than Ragnar Klavan and Dejan Lovren to partner with John Matip, who isn't even that good this season. Moreno didn't actually do much wrong today. I'm probably going to give him a 5. I thought he was pretty solid. Yeah, not a fault for any of the goals. Midfield, Henderson was dreadful. 4 out of 10. Didn't really show much leadership out there. Didn't really grab it by the scruff of the neck. Just let the game pass him by. Really, his passing wasn't great either. Wijnaldum let the game pass him by. He's a 3 out of 10. Just nowhere to be seen today. Emre Can, didn't think he was as bad as his teammates. I'll give him a 5 out of 10, and when he went to centre-back he was probably our best defender in the second half, and he was okay in midfield early on. On to the attackers. Now, Mohamed Salah obviously saw a lot of the ball. He was the main outlet first half. He's got to have some more composure. He had Otamendi on toast. His pace was blistering, obviously. His movement was great, but his end product let him down, so it's a 5 out of 10. Firmino tried his heart out until sort of, I don't know, the half time really, when City started to pull away from us. So, but his final product again wasn't there. 5 out of 10. Sadio Mane was always a danger. I think if Salah's finishing was better, he might have had a couple of assists to his name. He gets sent off. 4 out of 10, I suppose. I mean, you get sent off, so even if I think it was harsh, that's all that can be said on that. The subs, Oxlade-Chamberlain didn't get in the game. 4 out of 10. Solanke 5 out of 10. So one nice turn, I think, but hasn't really got much pace. And we were just going through the motions, really. James Milner, 4 out of 10, whatever. Look, we've been absolutely battered. It hasn't really settled in my mind yet. It's been 5-0 by Man City. As for where we go from here, I'm not going to panic too much. I haven't really learnt anything new today. I knew our defence wasn't good enough. You all did. I knew Salah's finishing was iffy. We know that some of the midfielders can go missing in games, but generally we have still got a good midfield as far as I'm concerned. Mane is obviously out for 3 games now, unless it's rescinded. Coutinho to come back in, that's the real bit of hope that I have. We are still going to score a lot of goals this season. The defence isn't good enough. Hopefully we can address it in January. I still think it's a disgrace that we didn't address it in August properly. What a fucking horrible day. What a horrible afternoon. Man City 5, Liverpool 0. What a performance from Man City though. I've got to say, Mendy was superb. His delivery is absolutely staggering. De Bruyne it's one of the best performances I've ever seen from a creative midfielder. Fernandinho was great. I mean, one of the reasons Wijnaldum was so poor is because Fernandinho was just a bit stronger than him. You rarely see Wijnaldum get out-muscled, outplayed in midfield, but Fernandinho did exactly that today, so fair play. Obviously, Aguero and Jesus were staggering too. 2 absolute sensational strikers. So, look, City are the best squad in the league. Is it going to be a 2-horse race between them and United? Maybe so. Obviously, if it is, then I hope City do win the league. I still like to think we will be in with a shout. But the fact is we've just been beaten 5-0, so at the moment it's hard to really think about us as title contenders. Look, I'm sorry for my predictions in the preview last night. I said I thought we'd win today. I said I can't see us not scoring. We've just been beaten 5-0, so I don't look the most intelligent man on the planet. But look, guys, Wednesday, Champions League's back. Coutinho will be back soon. Mane can play in that game as well. Let's keep our chins up. Hope the meltdown on Twitter isn't too severe. No pun intended. Again, I'm sorry for the downbeat nature. Trying to remain slightly positive. There's no positives to take from the game, of course, other than the fact that we were dangerous in the first 20-25 minutes. We've just been fucking battered.